A big match tonight because the Glasgow Tigers are here at Armadale for the Premier Trophy match. The Tigers won by 11 points on Sunday in a very hotly contested match, and this fellow here scored a maximum, and he's doing very well for the Tigers so far this season, and he's kindly got up to talk to us, and that's Shane Parker, of course. Shane, you've not been a Tiger for very long, but you've already ridden in 3 local derbies. Is it the kind of atmosphere you were expecting in these kind of fixtures?
Oh yeah, I mean local derbies are always pretty intense, you know. It's good the fans get involved, and it makes a good atmosphere of a meeting, and yeah, it's good to ride in. I can't complain. I've enjoyed the meetings that I've done. Yep. As far as the old firm derbies, and yeah, it's good, can't complain.
And your own personal form, I know you're a class rider anyway, but you're doing particularly well. You're certainly getting around Ashfield in tremendous style. Yeah,
I don't know, I just seem to have a setup that works pretty good around there, you know, and it's good, you know. I mean, I rode at Kings Lynn last year, and always considered that as a home track advantage, but to be fair, I think you got more of a home track advantage in a track like Glasgow. So yeah, I'm relishing it. It's been good, and it's just a case of trying to keep that form up.
Yeah. And as a team, it does look as though you'll win the Premier Trophy section, but what you'd probably be more interested in doing is perhaps winning the Premier League, and people have got you marked down for that already. Is it a bit premature, or do you think you're in the running anyway?
It's probably premature. I mean, it's anything can happen in Speedway. I mean, injuries play a big part, and you know, it's quite easy for a rider to lose their form. We've got a very strong top 5, and it only takes one of us to have a bad meeting, and you know, that can mean defeat. So it's early days yet, and it's hard to say. I mean, we might be favourites and you know, sort of be up there to challenge them, but there's a lot of means to go yet.
Yeah. Now we know from last year when you guested for Edinburgh that you enjoy sort of getting the team together and getting the team spirit right. Are you involved in the same sort of thing at Glasgow, and is it working?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, team spirit goes a long way. You know, it's worth a few extra points every meeting, and it's good. There's no point in riding in the team with guys that don't get on, and you argue and fight, and you get out against each other, and you want to knock each other off rather than ride with each other. So it plays a big part. You know, it's good for the morale of the team, and you know, at the end of the day, it's a team sport. It's not an individual sport.
Now you go pretty well around Armadale. Expecting big things from yourself and the team?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we've got a nice little lead, and if we can get the bonus point, that's our aim tonight. I mean, we'll be more than pleased, but you know, I think we can push them pretty hard tonight, and you never know, we might get a win. We'll see what happens.
And you did the 15-metre job last time, of course. Who knows, that might arise again.
Yeah, it may happen. I mean, anything's possible, but hopefully it won't have to come to that.
Yeah. Okay then, Shane, we'll hope everyone has a good night, and we can all be friends in the bar afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. No worries.
And welcome to all your friends as well. Heat number 1 then upon us. The sponsors as ever, Auto Stores, Car and Cycle Superstore. The line-up sees Freddie Shorts in the inside gate and Graham Jones in yellow and black. From the outside, he's in gate number 4.
Well, a great atmosphere in the stadium, and this is the opening heat of what should be a really tremendous fixture. Freddie Short will be coming into gate number 1. He's been having some late adjustments to his machine. Gate 2, George Stansell, the Glasgow captain. So the 2 skippers on the inside 2 gates. Gary Phelps in gate 3, and he's perhaps up against it in this one. Be doing well to get a point here. And on gate 4, it's Graham Jones. Hasn't left the start, so Gary Phelps should get a point unless he gets caught. Shot leads from Jones, and Stansell has not made it round the first lap. That's a disaster for the Glasgow captain. Shot clear, but Jones looking handy in second, and he's well ahead of Gary Phelps in third. Well, last year George Stansell had a couple of troubled nights against Edinburgh through at Ashfield, so you'll be hoping there's no repetition here. Shot into his last lap, and a tame start to the meeting really, and a disappointing one for the Tigers. Comfortable win for Shot, no problems for him, and an opening 4-2 to Edinburgh, with George Stansell pushing his way back to the pits.
Number 1 of this Premier Trophy in Tigers.
Blackman, Matthew Weathers, Barry Campbell and Cameron Woodward. And it's Weathers and Blackman contesting the lead, and Cameron Woodward getting into a terrible mess round the first corner, going right to the fence. Matthew Weathers has got himself ahead of Blackman, but Woodward's got an awful lot to do. Woodward was looking for that outside line, but as the others moved out, he went too far. I wouldn't say he was pushed too far, he just went there. Now Campbell's coming to a halt right in front of Woodward there. So that's 2 engine failures to the Tigers already. I suspect Woodward would have caught him anyway, but he's not going to get Blackman now, I don't think. And Corey Blackman's showing a lot of improvement in recent weeks. There were those who questioned the signing, but I must say he's proving that he's quite handy in the reserve berth. So he gets a second there that perhaps wasn't expected, so it's another 4-2 to Edinburgh, and 8-4 the score, and well done to Matthew Weathers, who was hard pushed on that first lap. Second successive beat that's happened this time. It's Barry Campbell pulling up, getting it on 4-2 to the fulfillment factory Monarchs. Winner this time around. Again, it's the right down Reds coming round to take the applause of the home fans. Victor of Heat 2 is Matthew Weathers. Stobby's winning time in the official SP coming shortly from Douglas.
Well, heat number 2 then, won by the rider in red, Matthew Weathers, and the time 58.5. 58.5. Second in green, Corey Blackman.
Gate number 3 then, Tail Piper has gate 1 here, Paul Bentley in gate 2, Rory Schlein gate 3, and James Greaves comes from gate 4. Piper's away well from the inside gate, Greaves though is well placed as well, and Greaves a tremendous dash around the outside. Piper's going to have to shift, and he's rather easily passed there. Can he come back off this inside line? No, he can't. James Greaves goes ahead. Well, after a start like that, the Monarchs must have hoped that Tail Piper could hang on, and look at this from Piper, he's come back. He's repassed Greaves, now he has to move out surely. That's tremendous work by Piper. And Schlein's in the hunt as well, a tremendous heat number 3. Schlein's got inside Greaves, but Greaves battling back again. Terrific burst by Greaves down the straight there, and he's got himself inside Piper this time, but Piper again fights back. What a heat this is. Sensational Speedway. Schlein's there too. Schlein's on Greaves' tail as they come towards the last corner, and here comes Schlein, and he's hit his favourite inside line. He's lining him up, but he's not quite got it. Greaves gets second. That was a marvellous race. Terrific work by Piper. Just as I'm criticising him for being past, he comes back for a superb overtake, and that was a quite outstanding heat of Speedway. Now, I don't know what's the matter with James Greaves, but he seems to have some ideas there.
Number 4, and the riders for heat number 4 are on 2 minutes.
Number 4 then, Cameron Woodward's on gate 1. Corey Blackman rides from gate 2. He's a change for Barry Campbell. Peter Carr gate 3 and Shane Parker in gate 4. Parker's got a tremendous start. Oh, Blackman's come down there, spinning out of control, and that one I think will be stopped.
Referee invites all 4 riders back for the rerun.
4 back for the rerun. Blackman seems to be okay. Certainly Shane Parker got a quick start first time. Looks like Peter Carr's away much better. And he'll be trying to hold Parker around this first corner. Not easy, but Carr leads. Blackman again is ahead of Woodward, which was the idea that Ian Steele had, bringing him in here. Parker's trying to line up an outside pass on Carr, and he's looking very threatening. Peter Carr having to work very hard. He doesn't like having to move too far out on the circuit, and Parker has the chance to cut back here, and he's done it. He's gone ahead of Carr. Carr trying to come back again on the inside line, but he hasn't made it, and Woodward's still floundering at the back. Well, Monarchs fans certainly don't expect to see Peter Carr taken from the back, but he was comprehensively there. A brilliant ride indeed by Shane Parker. And another good point for Corey Blackman there, just ahead of Cameron Woodward, who doesn't look as though he's going as well as last week. He did take a knock on Sunday after Blackman ran into him. So Tigers get 2 of the points back there in quite surprising fashion. A great ride by Shane Parker. Then Graham Jones is the man on gate 1 this time. Rory Schlein gate 2, George Stansel in gate 3, and Tail Piper rides from gate 4. The Tigers away best there. Piper looking for an outside run, but no way through for either of the Monarchs. So the Tigers in the ascendancy, but oh dear, Graham Jones slides off rather clumsily there. Didn't balk his partner though, he did do that last time he was here. Now Schlein's got a clear run to try and attack Stansel, but the Tigers' captain's a hard man to pass. Schlein not far away from Stansel, going for the outside run here. Stansel will get a drive off the inside of the turn. Look at Schlein though, he's close. Once again it's the outside as they come to end of lap 3. Schleins' tendency usually is to go for the inside line. He looks to have the speed, but he's just not able to find the right position here. Going again for that inside, and he gets it, I think. I think he got that by a wheel on the line there. What a move that was if he got it. I'm pretty sure he did. We'll see what the referee says about it. Tremendous effort by Rory Schlein.
Rory Schlein, he never gave up the chase on George Stansel. George must have thought he had his first victory in the back there, but he didn't reckon on the tenacity of the Aussie. Pushed, tried it inside, and finally made it right on the line, and that's why he'll make his way round to a rapturous round of applause from the home fans. The winner of heat number 5, it's the Roo Boy, Rory Schlein.
Shane Parker, Freddie Shot, and Barry Campbell comes into this to replace Corey Blackman. Shot got away quicker than Parker there, and he's trying to block him out round this first corner. He'll have to go some. Here comes Parker again. Look at the class of this man, what a speed. Shot cuts back to try and come back on him up the straight. He can't catch him, so that's the top 2 Monarchs, both passed by Shane Parker. He really is devastating. And Barry Campbell's got the third over Gary Phelps, so Ian Steele's tactics are definitely working. Placing his reserves where he thinks they can get points. Shot hasn't given up the chase, and neither has Phelps, but they've got a lot to do now. Parker really does have the speed. Shots finished up, a couple of lengths down on Parker though. Phelps still has an outside chance to hit the last corner, but he hasn't made it either. So the Tigers take a 4-2 there, and full marks to Ian Steele's work there, and of course to Shane Parker, who has been outgated by both Carr and Shot and come from the back for superb victories. And Paul Bentley's on gate 1. Peter Carr rides from gate 2, and maybe Peter's ride in heat 4 wasn't as disappointing as we thought it was at the time, because the same just happened to Freddie Shot. James Greaves rides from gate 3, and Matthew Weathers in gate 4. Bad start by Carr there. He's got himself inside Bentley, I think, just about, and he's chasing Greaves. Tucks in on the line as Greaves swings out to the fence. Here comes Carr. And Weathers is putting pressure on Bentley. Weathers in good shape there, but just missed out. Carr right on the tail of Greaves, racing hard into the pits corner and tucking it in tight. Once again though, Greaves just holds on. Oh, tremendous race involving Greaves. Greaves is trying to hold that inside line, and he's doing it. Bentley's got clear of Weathers. Here comes Carr, surprisingly switching to the outside now, trying the Parker move. He didn't get it right. Once again, Carr on the outside line. Where's he going to go on the last corner? He's still got a couple of lengths to make up. He's again going hard for that inside line. Ferocious attempt by Carr there, and he's done it. Carr wins by a length in a classic heat again. Two tremendous races featuring James Greaves tonight. That was marvellous Speedway again. And Peter Carr took Greaves from the back there. This time Greaves not upset about it, I don't think. Just an excellent Speedway race.
Really good faces tonight. James Greaves leading that one. Peter Carr chipping away. Other teammates, of course, they were riding styles inside out, but it was the water who came through the death here, and that's why he's making his way round to take the applause as the victor of Heat 7. The rider in red is Peter Carr.
Number 7, won by the rider in red, Peter Carr, and the time 58. What's the second? Taken off.
Gate number 8 then, Barry Campbell has come into this one. He rides from gate 1. Gate 2 is Cameron Woodward. Graham Jones gate 3, and Matthew Weathers is also replacing Gary Phelps here. Weathers just lifts a bit there, and it's Jones, I think, who's going ahead from Woodward and Weathers. And Woodward, oh terrible, messing up his partner there, really getting his line badly wrong. He really unaware of where Weathers was and didn't give the fellow Aussie a chance to come round. Well, however, nevertheless, the two Monarchs have managed to push Barry Campbell into last place. And it's Woodward who's taken up the chase on Jones. Jones locking up as he did earlier when he fell. But Woodward not really in a challenging position yet. He's trying really hard. In spite of the mistake which caused the problem for Weathers, it's probably Woodward's best ride, and the first sign that he's a little bit more like his old self. So that's a shared one in the end. And the gap stays at 4, but Jones has made a habit of winning Heat 8 up and down the country, and he's done it again. Heat 9 then, the unbeaten Shane Parker on gate 1, gate 2 Tail Piper, Corey Blackman on gate 3, and Rory Schlein on gate 4. Schlein lifting there, but Parker's missed the start this time, and it's Piper who leads, but Schlein goes sailing round to join him at the front. Now this time Parker's really got a race on his hands. We've seen him come from the back against both Freddie Shot and Peter Carr. Dave Piper isn't blocking the line he should be blocking, so he'll get taken. There goes Parker straight past him. Blackman's disappeared. I think he fell off in fact. He's got himself off the track. Full marks for that to Corey Blackman, and that gives Rory Schlein a chance to inflict the first defeat on Shane Parker, but he's still got a couple of lengths lead, or more than that in fact. And Schlein is probably the quickest of the Monarchs once he gets clear. In a way, Edinburgh might be not unhappy to only take a 4-2 here and not give the Tigers a chance of using any of the new rules. So a 4-2 to Edinburgh there, and Shane Parker's colours lowered at last, but he still managed an overtake during the race, and Tigers are trailing by 6 now.
Looking for some partners that race, they think it was a potential flag one for the fulfillment factory Monarchs, but Shane Parker barreling through the inside to Glasgow. But the balance on this one is going to the fulfillment factory Monarchs in
10 then, James Greaves, Gary Phelps, Paul Bentley and Freddie Shaw. Not a good start, but rather an odd run to the first corner, and Greaves is just ahead, but Shaw finding a way past, is he? Working hard round that pits corner. Well, that's a brave move, and Gary Phelps is ahead of Paul Bentley. I suspect this might be tactical, although it could be well out off the mark there. I thought Glasgow were maybe angling to get themselves 8 down, but that in fact is not the case, because Paul Bentley has now passed Gary Phelps. Not the most stunning of rides by Paul Bentley, but he is going to get the third, and the gap stays at 6 points. And a remarkable first lap really by Freddie Shaw, riding outside James Greaves, both having trust in each other, and that was an interesting heat again, with Paul Bentley eventually passing Gary Phelps. Shared race, 6 points still the gap. Gate 11 has Peter Carr on gate 1, Graham Jones gate 2, Matthew Weathers gate 3 and George Stansel on gate 4. Carr lifts fairly badly from the start, and that puts the 2 Glasgow men ahead, but Jones has been pushed at least back to third. In fact, Weathers might have got round him as well. Jones in terrible fankle there. Jones is at the back, and Carr is pushing hard on Stansel. He's got inside him there, but Stansel gets the drive out the turn. So it's another chase by Peter Carr. We've seen him pass James Greaves from this position. Stansel might be that bit quicker. Carr manoeuvring again to get on the inside of Stansel. This time Carr again switches to the outside as he did against Greaves and swings really wide. Back on the line again, trying to confuse the Glasgow man, and he's up inside him here, is he? Very close as they get to the last turn. Stansel trying to stick it to the line, and he has. Locked up there. Oh, that was an interesting battle indeed. And Stansel manages to beat Peter Carr there by getting the last corner right, but disappointingly for Glasgow, Graham Jones got stuck at the back after a terrible first lap, and the gap stays at 6. Number 12, Rory Schlein rides from gate 1. He's won his last 2. Corey Blackman's in gate 2. Cameron Woodward left in this one when I thought Edinburgh might have used Weathers, and Paul Bentley rides from gate 4. Bentley's away well, but Schlein's got to the turn. And Woodward's at the back again. Finding it very tough tonight is Cameron. And Edinburgh's thinking may have been to try and avoid going 8 up here, but not sure that was a wise thing to be thinking. Who knows? Line race is clear. All eyes on Woodward as he tries to come past the surprisingly effective Corey Blackman. Schlein narrowly lost out in his first race. Here comes Woodward round the outside, but again he's not there, and he's annoying himself by not making it here. So a big victory for Slane. And Woodward just misses out on the line, so the gap stays at 6, so there'll be no tactical rules by the Tigers in the next race, but it'll be a tough one anyway. The big 4 are out. Wasn't a very big heat 13. George Stansel rides from gate 1, having just beaten Peter Carr. Freddie Shott in gate 2, he's dropped 1 point. Shane Parker in gate 3, he's dropped 1 point as well. And Peter Carr drops a couple, he comes from gate 4. Freddie Shott, I thought, moved before the tapes there. He's made the start. Peter Carr adrift at the back, but he's come storming up on the Tigers. And again, maybe a 3-all's the best result. He's gone past Stansel though, so there's going to be an 8-point gap at least when we get to the next one. And Carr's lining up Parker now. That would be a big move. Parker having a run at Shott, but perhaps doesn't know he's got a very formidable man pressing him from the back. A 4-2 probably not the best result for Edinburgh. Parker very wide there indeed, very wide. Carr almost level with him. Well, I'm not sure that was a fair start in that one. Coming into the last corner, who's going to get second? Parker tries to close down there on that inside line, but Carr comes really hard across him there. Parker didn't like that move. It was tough, but he didn't hit him, and Carr got second spot. Ferocious riding by Peter Carr. Parker certainly forced to shut off there, but he should have known what was coming. We've seen it before.
Comes through. It's a big 5-1 for the fulfillment factory Monarchs. Make some noise if you will for the picture with the flag, the regular red ready shot. But give up and man snatching that second place. And now it's Peter Carr. Well, Douglas, we'll give up.
Here Shane Parker rides a tactical substitute race here. Right, Matthew Mellors has made a good start. And where's Teal Piper going to finish up? Greaves has got inside Weathers, but Weathers just about holding him off there, and Weathers comes down there on the corner. And what's the referee going to make of that one? And James Greaves is excluded. Well, that's virtually decided the match, I think. Greaves is out, to the delight of the Monarchs fans. It's difficult to tell from here, difficult to tell whether he took Weathers off or not, but it certainly looked a possibility as they went into the corner. Well, no James Greaves for the rerun, so this gives the two Monarchs at the gate a chance to ride freely and get as far clear as they can. Matthew Weathers makes a mess of the start, but that gives Piper his chance to get clear. He shouldn't be thinking about his partner in any way. He should be kicking for home and getting as far ahead of Shane Parker before Shane catches Matthew Weathers. 1 lap gone and the Monarchs lead. Track will be slicker than it was early on. Parker moving up on Weathers, comes hard inside him. Weathers will be tenacious, I'm sure of that, he always is. 2 laps gone and the Monarchs still lead the way. Parker hits the outside now and he's into second. What can he do about Piper? It'll be a remarkable achievement if he won this race from where he is. Piper races into his last lap. He's looking back when he should be kicking for home. He should do it from here. Parker's made a great effort, but it just isn't possible at this stage of the meeting. So that race finishes as a 4-4, and the Monarchs lead by 10 going into the last race. They trail by 1 on aggregate. They need a 4-2 to take the bonus point, from the last race. What a finish.
Victorious. Neil points as the attack keeps up, but no doubt about the victor. He's the man coming right with the flag right now. Give it up for Teal Piper.
Well, the official result then, heat number 14 won by the Riders.
So 8.15 is the bonus point decider. Monarchs need an advantage. They trail by 1 overall going into this race. The match is won. The bonus point's up for grabs. It's George Stansel on gate 1, Rory Schlein gate 2, Shane Parker gate 3, and Freddie Schott gate 4. Schott's made a blinder and he's cut right across there, and the red lights go on. And I knew Freddie would make that move, and it surely was too extravagant.
Unsatisfactory start, invites all 4 riders back for the rerun.
Those all 4 for the restart, and a little bit of drama as Rory Schlein had to fit his chain guard, which had come off quite hastily. I quite agree with the referee's decision to stop that one. Freddie Schott was far too fierce in cutting across on Parker there. Schott has again made a blinder and he's hit the inside straight away. But the Glasgow pair in second and third, and they might team up against Schlein. They are going to. Stansel on the inside, but he's drifted far too wide there, surely. Schlein's got to pick up a point. At this stage, maybe the Monarchs wish to use Peter Carr, the ace inside overtaker. Schlein's got a lot to do and he doesn't look very comfortable there. I think he's trying too hard. He'll try and get onto that inside line of his now. He passed Stansel earlier on in the evening, but it's very slick now. Here comes Schlein. He's going to make a last gasp effort. He should be on his inside line, really. Where's he going? He's going to finish at the back. Oh, he got it. I think he got it because Stansel lifted going over the line there. Schlein got third. What a finish. What a finish to an incredible match. Schlein got it on the line. It didn't look likely, but Stansel went right up in the air and Rory Schlein got the third. Monarchs take the bonus.
Freddie Schott, and the time for Freddie 57.8. 57.8. Second in yellow and black, Shane Parker, and third in red, Rory Schlein.
Factory Monarchs, after emerging victorious from one of the most thrilling and dramatic Speedway meetings you could ever possibly see. They took the bonus by a point on the line, and there was so much good racing it was almost unbelievable. Absolutely tremendous match, and the Monarchs are rightly delighted with themselves. A marvellous display against a very strong and formidable Glasgow team. On the Monarch side, Freddie Schott scored 14 from 5, suffered the surprise of being beaten from the back by Shane Parker. Gary Phelps got 1 from 3. No real light at the end of the tunnel yet for Gary, I'm afraid. Rory Schlein 11 from 5, a thrilling display again, some overtaking in there, and grabbed that vital point on the line. Teal Piper got 8 from 4. Peter Carr 9 and 1 from 4, working ferociously hard. Some incredible overtaking again. Matthew Weathers 6 and 2 from 5, crucial points. And Cameron Woodward maybe just shading off form a wee bit, 3 from 4 for Cameron. For Glasgow, George Stansel only scored 5 from 5, all scored in 2 heats, but he was right in the thick of things there at the end. Graham Jones got 5 from 4. Paul Bentley 4 and 2 from 4. Really not impressive round here. James Greaves 6 from 4, and an exclusion in his last one, which we didn't have a great view of, but that's the way it goes. Shane Parker, marvellous, 2 wins in his first 2 rides, but didn't win another one. He got 15 from 6. Corey Blackman, important points, 4 and a bonus from 4, good display by him, and Barry Campbell got 1 from 3. That's it, 52-40, and Edinburgh take the bonus, which keeps them in with a chance of second place in the Premier Trophy section. An absolutely marvellous Speedway meeting. I don't think anybody that has been here tonight will forget this one, a real thriller. So we should sell some videos. That's it then. Good night from Armadale.
Peter, a great night for the team. Got a bonus point, never really expected.
No, I mean, it's hard to say whether we were expecting or not. It was a good win. We were all determined. That's got a bit of bad luck, maybe we did, but we got the point in the end.
Seemed a great meeting to be involved in. There was a lot of passing, a lot of hard riding. Everybody was up for it.
Everybody, both sides, were up for it, and I think it was a good Speedway meeting.
A couple of great passes yourself. Inside one on Parker in 13. It was like watching Carr in 97.
Yeah, he passed me like I was stood still in the first one, so I had to make up for it, but that was a good meeting. I didn't think I did that well, but we got the points.
Yep, obviously, you blood riding with a bit of aggression tonight. Seemed to stem from your harsh exclusion at Glasgow on Sunday.
Nah, you always have to just up it a bit for Glasgow, so I did that. Freddie did. He won. Did he win every race? No, he got beat as well, but me and Freddie had to make up for Sunday, and we did.
Right, thanks for talking as always.
Cheers,
Pete.
Steve.
Cool.
Right,
Looks good.
Join me, Monarchs reserve, Matty winners. Matty, good score for yourself and a vital bonus point for the Monarchs.
Yeah, we got beaten by a fair bit at Glasgow, so we're lucky to sort of pull it back, and everyone sort of put their bit in, and it turned out perfect, really.
Yeah, it was quite close till about just after halfway, and the Monarchs just pulled away. Did you ever think we'd get the bonus point?
It was always hope, but it did seem that it might have gone the other way, so I got out in heat 14, I made a really good start, and then I got taken off, but you know, that happens. And then in the rerun I didn't get such a good start, but I held Shane out for a couple of laps, and so he didn't get past Theo, and that's what really got it for us, I think.
Was that the tactics? Did the Monarchs discuss that before the race? They wanted you just to do your best to stop Parker for a couple of laps?
Yeah, that was always what I was out there to do, just slow him down, let Theo get out in front, and then make it hard for Shane to catch him.
Yep, obviously you're scoring a few vital points now after your injury, and the foot's healed up fine.
Yeah, it was still a bit sore during the week, but it comes and goes. It's a bit weird, this one, but hopefully it sort of gets better.
You're looking forward to an injury-free season and obviously moving into the main body of the Monarchs team.
Yeah, hopefully, so that'll be good.
Right, thanks for talking to us, Matty.
Yeah, thank you.